Do you have the courage to be successful? Wow, great motivation. So welcome everyone to Better Deals and Money. In the next 10 minutes, you're going to see a plan and a system that has the power to set you financially free in the next 60 to 120 days, but it won't happen unless you do your part. You know, it's a shift in your identity. It's becoming the person that you could be. That means inviting new people to these calls. I can almost guarantee that if you do, you'll create something truly worth being proud of. Now, what did Tony Robbins tell us? A couple, we were listening to Tony Robbins a while back earlier today. He said 68% of Fortune 500 companies were started during a recession. Well, there's currently a recession in network marketing, and we're creating something that will go down in history during a time when the whole world is struggling. Now, back in the late 70s, early 80s, a group of us, we put together something. We earned $100,000 in 90 days. It was unheard of at that time. Honestly, I haven't seen it happen since, but we're going to do it again. And in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you why most network marketing compensation plans were created to enrich the company and set you up for failure. And then I'm going to show you a plan that pays up to 20 times more than the rest. Now, that's like somebody earning $20 an hour and you only earning $1 an hour. That's what we're talking about, 20 times the pay for the same effort. And let me tell you, people's attitudes toward network marketing change real fast when they start making money. So why am I qualified to talk about compensation plans? Well, number one, I started in network marketing at the age of 14. I went to the top of 7 different companies, building teams as large as 3 million people. I eventually became an industry consultant, helping company owners launch new companies and design compensation plans. I also co-owned 2 companies before founding Better Deals and Money. So why do people fail? Well, my experience has given me a unique ability to understand compensation plans in ways that few people have understood. And I see all the moving parts, their strengths and flaws, and what could be done to make them better. 97% of people in this industry never earn enough to cover their monthly auto ship, and that leads to attrition and failure. Well, tonight, we're going to pull back the curtain and expose the lies. And one of the biggest lies circulating right now is earn up to $4,000 a month for doing nothing. Reality, it would take 8,000 people in your matrix to make that happen. And at BDM, our rule is simple: no work, no pay. But here's the truth: if you refer just one motivated person who bills, you could still end up with 8,000 people in your team, and that would pay you $80,000 per month. And those are real numbers, folks, but it starts with taking action. So let me ask you, would you rather do nothing and dream about earning $4,000 a month, which isn't going to happen, or refer one person with the possibility, the real world possibility of earning $80,000 a month? Now, it's not going to happen overnight, but it could happen. Well, tonight we're pulling back the curtain to expose the truth about compensation plans that should have been told decades ago. And to do that, we need to make an example of some company, could be any of them. Really, they're mostly the same aside from their products. But let's be real. All of their compensation structures are outdated and unfair. We'll use a specific company making the infamous do nothing, earn money promise. Their product and pricing model are nearly identical to our discount and travel clubs, and both offer discounts on travel, hotels, dining, entertainment, and shopping. Now, their annual membership is $299. Ours is $179. Where are we? I got lost. And anyway, their monthly plan. I'm lost. Okay, well, we're going to skip that. But anyway, their annual membership $299, ours is $179. Their monthly plan is $60 with a or $20 with a $60 setup, and ours is $20 with a $55 setup. So very similar, but here's where the difference is massive. They have a 2x16 matrix paying 50 cents per member per month, and you can't go wider than two people, and you can't go deeper than 16 levels. Well, at BDM, we pay $10 per active member with infinite width and depth. And it's not unusual to have people on your team go 100 levels deep. Now, here's the math. 100 active members in their company, $50 a month. 100 active members in BDM would be $1,000 a month. And that's 20 times more pay for the same amount of work. So they recently topped 7,000 members, and this is what that looks like. A $60 setup fee of $20 a month, that's $80 that each member paid to get started. The company took in $560,000 in the first month and paid out only $3,500 into the matrix. Not only that, but there were only 4,000 positions or 7,000 positions in the matrix filled, leaving 131,000 positions empty. And so the company was able to keep $62,000 in breakage that would have been paid out if the matrix was full. And that's why companies love the matrix, because of all the breakage. And just like a casino, the house always wins. Now, here's another way that most companies stack the deck against their members. Many of them reserve top spots in the matrix for themselves, creating more intentional breakage. The last company I consulted for, that was back in 2010, they had 100 top positions that they reserved for themselves to skim the cream off of the top. So let's break that down. Thousands of members, at least 4,000 in this particular instance, got no spillover and received no commissions. Most of those who did get spillover only earned 50 cents. A few earned $1 and perhaps a little more. But if the company did reserve those top positions for themselves, then even the top recruiters earned very little to show for their efforts. And don't forget, these people were promised $4,000 a month for doing nothing. So what happens when 4,000 members realize they were deceived again? Do the same thing, expecting different results. It doesn't happen. They'll start dropping out. Let's compare that with BDM. 7,000 active members at BDM would pay you $70,000 a month in your pocket. Even 7,000 a month or 700 a month could change your life. And let's start with the goal of 700. Because over the years, I've interviewed a lot of the millionaires in this industry. And what I learned is that very few of them, almost none of them, were looking to earn more than $300 to $500 a month. They had a real world problem. They had a car that needed to be repaired or upgraded, or a child that, they were putting through college, or, the roof was leaking, something they needed a certain amount of money for. So they set a realistic goal. They went to work, and because the goal was realistic, they made it happen. But when it happened, the light bulb came on, and they could see that if they would double their efforts, they could double or triple their income. And they did. And they just kept increasing their goals until they became network marketing millionaires. Okay. So really, if we look at it the same way, we shouldn't be going after that, that $1 million this week, this month, this year. We should be looking at how are we going to earn that first $700. And once that's achieved, the bigger incomes will follow. Momentum is the key. And when people see others earning real income, it becomes easy to invite. We've all seen it. If money is flowing somewhere, people want a piece of the action. But we didn't stop with just travel and discount clubs. Since many of our discount services are US based, we wanted to give our international members a real opportunity. Well, one of our South African members came to us and said, we really like the discount club, but we can't take advantage of the discounts here. Can you create something that's a $20 club? And they actually suggested a charity club. They said, we like giving, we like helping others. If you could do that for us, we'd appreciate it. So that's how our charity club was born. We also have our $10 gas club, $20 grocery club, $50 car club, and $250 house club. And these were created to meet real world needs. Help you pay your commuting costs, buying groceries without stressing over the cost, pay cash for that next new or used car, and afford to buy that dream home. Now we have clubs going all the way up to $20,000. And so you can start wherever you like. Once you join one of the clubs, you're grandfathered into all of them. So that means no matter where you join, if somebody joins at a higher or lower level than you do, you're not going to miss out. But if you think about the law of the harvest, if you plant one seed, you're not going to get a very big harvest, are you? So your harvest is going to be commensurate to the amount of seed that you sow. And whether you believe it or not, the law of the harvest works equally well sowing money as it does sowing other things. Why do you think so many millionaires and billionaires are giving away a lot of money? Because they have come to understand that they always get more back than what they sow. All right, so the law of the harvest does come into play, and people are going to want to know where you joined. If you joined at $10, they're not going to think you're very serious. And people don't want to follow people that aren't serious. They want to follow a leader. If you step up and do the $500 elite plan and you say, I joined at $500, I would have done more, but that's where I could join. They're going to say, hey, this guy's serious. This is where I want to be. I want to be with a leader. And so it not only affects them, it affects you, it affects the entire company, because the money, whatever you put in, helps to keep the company running. It helps feed children that otherwise go to bed hungry. It helps create the kind of incomes that attract the masses, and all of that in turn comes back to help you. So if you were on the receiving end of an $8 commission or a $400 commission, which one would excite you the most? Because somebody you brought in actually stepped up and did 500, you get a $400 commission, and you start thinking, wow, this is really working. This is really worthwhile. Gets you excited. You start sharing, you start inviting more people, you see, and then you start getting more. And that excitement, that enthusiasm rubs off. It's like gathering the coals of a fire together. They burn hot. When they get separated, they tend to die and go out, right? So if you want to supercharge your results, join our $500 Elite Club. You're not just planning, you're attracting an income others will envy. And you don't have to stop at the 500. I know that some of you can even do more. We had one of our members actually stepped up and did $15,000. Okay. So, that's being serious. That's being committed. Momentum creates massive magnetism. And once it starts, people will be hunting you down to join your team. I've seen it happen in a number of different companies where I've been fortunate enough to get in front of a wave of momentum. When a company starts going viral, let me tell you, that's the most exciting thing that can happen. There are the very few things that create the level of excitement that being in front of momentum in a network marketing company provides. So it's time to go out and share this with other folks. This is our last call for today, but let me finish up with just, let's take a look at some of our clubs here. Now, like here's 7 of our clubs. We have our gas club, our charity club, and discount club, which both pay the same. And that's why these are lumped together. So if you were doing the discount or charity club, either one, look at the kind of income. This is based upon you personally getting 10, with going down, everybody getting 4 and going down 10 levels, we're looking at just a mere 8,000 people. And that's not a lot of people when, when a company goes into momentum, 8,000 people it's a drop in the bucket. And you're not doing this alone, folks. You're going to share it with some people who share it with some people. And that's why we're doing these calls back to back, give you an opportunity to quickly call people, get them on, a 10-minute call, get them excited and get them to join and actually make a donation. But even with the $10 club, look what could happen if you did 10 and just went 10 levels deep, 8,000 people. That's $65,000 that you earn. And this is annual. This is annual. The discount and charity clubs are monthly income. The other clubs here are annual income, annual renewable. But if you were making $65,000, how many clubs would you join? Would you join these and these and these and these and these? Of course you would. And would you join the elite clubs? Naturally, you would. So let's go back to, we're going to drop this back to 10 levels. Okay, that's just with the 500, 3.2 million. But if you're making $65,000, how many clubs are you going to step up to? Maybe step up to all of them, huh? Very, very real possibility. And if that was to duplicate through 10 levels, $255 million. So we've created a situation, a plan, and an opportunity whereby, somebody who really, really got serious could become a billionaire. And you've not seen that happen in network marketing before. It created a lot of millionaires, but I'm not aware of network marketing creating any billionaires. And so that's what we've created here for you, folks. One last thing, as you log in over here, number one, you're going to see this announcement. All right. So this was just put up today. Our Stripe account is currently undergoing a standard review. So it's been temporarily paused. We're expecting a resolution soon, but we've also submitted applications for 2 other merchant accounts, and we've been informed that they're likely to be approved in the next few days. So one way or the other, we're going to have the ability again for you to use credit cards. In the meantime, you still have the option of using cryptocurrency. We also have ability for people in the US to send Zelle or Cash App. And there's the addresses right there that you can use. Then, after you do that, there's the email right there, johnaustinmx@gmail.com. Once you send that, if you would contact me and just let me know, and then we'll go ahead and get your wallet funded. For all members, we have the crypto funding, and then we have peer-to-peer wallet support. And what this means, folks, for those of you that are actually earning commissions already, and you'd like to get some of those commissions out, this is one fantastic way to do it. We've done this with other opportunities, other organizations, and it works beautifully. So you have somebody on your team that wants to get funded. They want to put money into their account. Well, guess what? You can transfer money from your account directly to theirs, and then they can use the money in their wallet to purchase one or more of the clubs, depending on how much you transfer. And so you get them to either hand you cash, send you a Zelle, a Cash App, a PayPal, any form of getting that money to you. And then you turn around, transfer from your commissions to them. You got commissions out. You have cash in your hand that you received from your commissions. You've helped somebody get started. And that, by helping somebody get started, that's going to generate commissions either for you or for somebody else. You see, and then it also helps fund the company to keep the company running. A portion of that is going to go to feed hungry children. So everybody wins. This is really the greatest way to get your commissions out whenever you can. You may not be able to do that all the time, but especially right now, well, people are needing to get funded. If you've got commissions, start talking with your downline, see if you can help some of them get started, and then we all win that way. All right. So now if we go over here, um, here's our income calculators. So you have, this is the standard matrix. This is a comparison. This is the company we just talked about. Pays 50 cents per person. If you want to look at their matrix, there's a calculator. We have the 6 clubs, the elite clubs, and then actually it's 7 clubs now on the. Then we have, to make a purchase, you go here. You've got your discount club, travel credit pack. Okay, so this, I'm not sure if this is live yet. I think it is. So basically, this is another way you can fund once once we get the credit card back for it. Now, you if you've got money in your wallet, then you would just click one of these. Let's see. Let's just go to the gas code. You click here, and the next step, and it would take the money out of your wallet and activate that club. All right. So here you've got this will show all your earnings, your transactions, all of your financials are right here under my money. My websites. Okay, remember I showed you the video on the BDM community. So if you wanted to send that link out to someone, you would come here. Let's see, right here, BDM community. You click this right here to copy your link, and then you send that link out to people. That will take them to right here where we watched the video on our last on our last webinar. And this basically gives this gives enough information that a lot of people will actually go ahead and join right from here. When they click to register, it's going to take them directly to your sign up link. Okay, I didn't put in the reason it didn't show the, okay, if I put in, so what you want to do here is you put in your /. I'm using just a dummy account called Sioux Average. We put Sioux Average in here, and then we click register. It goes directly to Sioux Average sign up form, and that person signing up would be coded to Sioux Average. So if you're putting in your own personal link, they're going to be connected to you. Anyway, that pretty well covers everything. Oh, you've got marketing tools here. You've got some flyers and whatnot, flyers, business cards. So you can print these up. This will have your address, your say bdmcommunity.com/Sioux Average. It's got your website address there. You've got one, for the charity club. There's your discount club, your elite clubs, car club, gas club. And you've also got business cards that you can have printed. So, I recommend that you get some cards printed, either, the small ones or big ones, wherever you go. If you go to the gas station, hand out some cards, hand out some gas club cards. Go to the grocery, don't go to the grocery store without having some cards. As you meet people, hey, would you like to, like a way to help pay for your groceries? People will take a look because, these are emotional items, okay? People go to they fill up with their gas tank. That's a big bite out of the wallet. Same with the grocery store. Naturally, you could walk into a car dealership and, hand out some cards to the salesman. If they were to join and have some cards printed every time a customer comes in, I would say, better than 90% of the time that somebody walks in, They're not driving out a new car, not that day. They can hand them a card and show them a way to, earn money to pay cash for that car. Same thing. You can go to realtors. You go to open houses, etc. Pass a card to realtors. They can do the same thing. If they get joined and make some cards, start passing those out to people that come into an open house or people they talk to about, buying real estate. You're going to grow your business organically. There's so many ways that you can build your business here, and the income is absolutely staggering. So get back with the person that invited you here. There you go. Invite like crazy. Get in. Uh, Leverage the next webinar. This is our last one for today. We'll be doing more of these, folks, but let the comp plan sell itself. People chase a winning team. So let's get out and share it. God bless. Have a great evening, what's left of it, and we'll see you on our next call.